Well, we will get started because we got a full schedule for us this hour because we got a full cohort of Rally Fellows that have been working for 4 months. If we haven't met, I'd love the chance to meet you, but my name is Ben Hoyer. I'm the COO for Rally, the Social Enterprise Accelerator, and I'm really excited that you have found some time wherever you are to join us for this hour over your lunch break and hear from the fellows that we've been working with. If you're not familiar with Rally, Rally is a nonprofit that is focused on releasing social entrepreneurs, world-class social entrepreneurs here in Orange County and around the world to address real intractable problems with business models and strong theories of change. We are convening municipalities, innovative philanthropists, impact-minded corporations, and then, of course, these world-class social entrepreneurs, all to build social enterprises that address intractable problems and build businesses that generate revenue. And we've been doing that with these. This is our largest cohort to date. We have 10 fellows to present to you right now. And they're coming to you after 4 months of working on Social Lean Canvas, which really focuses on the mechanics of their business model and make sure that they have moving towards a product market fit that will really move the needle for them and build a business that works. And then a theory of change that says we want to do more than tell you we're going to change the world and you take our word for it, that we want evidence-backed strategies to make a difference in the world. And so these fellows have been working with our program director, Kyle Steele, and our program manager, Casey Field, for the last 4 months on those two tools, really heads down, working hard. And we're excited for you to see what they have. These presentations are brief. They're meant to be a first introduction for you. So we're fully anticipating that when you watch these presentations, you will not only be inspired, but you'll have ideas about how you can connect with these founders and help them take their next steps. So as you're listening, we want you to be listening about how can you come alongside these founders to help them move in their next step, whether it be an investor, a customer, a strategic partnership, whatever, however you can connect with them to move them forward. That's what we're hoping you'll listen for. And then we'll give you some actionable ways to do that as we move through the program. But our next step in the program is for you to meet Rob Penapinto. He's our CEO and board chair.
Thank you, Ben. As you can tell from Ben's comments, we're always excited to present our social entrepreneurs to larger audiences, but I will say we're a little more excited this year because, as Ben said, this is a doubling of our program, and what we've been able to do this time is support organizations that are from all over the world. You're going to hear folks from across the United States and from as far away as Africa, while also focusing on companies that are trying to solve problems in our own backyards. And you'll hear some great stories from these Central Florida entrepreneurs. And of course, my puppy's going to bark in the background. Rally really does see it important to have an impact both on the world and in our community, and I think today really represents that. We would not be able to do that without a lot of support, and so I want to actually thank some of those folks. First, the founding partners of Rally who came together and put this together 4 years ago. Certainly the Central Florida Foundation was a key component of that, and I thank them for the continued support. Ben's organization, Downtown Credo, Clean the World, another amazing social enterprise in our community. Rollins College, who has helped us with space as well as mentorship and support for our educational curriculum. City of Orlando, who came on board with us very early. I'll talk a little bit more about them in a second. And Entrepreneurs in Action, a group that I'm part of that was one of the precursors to Rally, and also runs a social venture fund that invests in some of the for-profit social enterprises that come through our program. From a financial standpoint, what's really allowed us to scale this year has been additional support from both the City of Orlando and, for the first time, Orange County. The Orange County funding has really allowed us to make sure we are focused on the globe, but also our backyard. And the partnership with the city is a very exciting one because it ties us to trying to find solutions that fit where the city is trying to move in their Future Ready program to try to build a smarter, sustainable city. And you'll hear from several companies today that are aligned about that. In fact, the city hopes to actually partner and host pilot programs with some of these clients to help implement these solutions, which is a wonderful next step for the social enterprises. I also want to thank Cesso Construction, who's been with us for a very long time and is a huge supporter of ours. And lastly, I want to thank our rally makers because they are the glue of this program. Ben calls them Orlando's most innovative philanthropists, and I would agree that that's what they are. These are corporations and individuals who give not only their time, but their treasure. So they're both financial supporters as well as actively engaged in the mentorship of our companies. And I think that's a unique model that, and frankly, Rally could not be what it is without the support of our rally makers. I know many are on the call today, and I'm continually humbled and thankful for all of your help. Just a couple of quick things for today. As Ben said, we're going to move this very quickly, so please stay on mute. If you have some questions, post them into the chat. Casey will do her best to field them. Please help us spread the word on social media. You can find us at Rally SEA. Let folks know you were on this call. Spread the word on these companies. That's really how we've been able to grow our network, both locally and internationally. And with that, I get to do the thing I'm most excited to do, which is start to introduce our social entrepreneurs. So our first presenter today will be Dorrie with MudGirls Studios.
MudGirls Studios is a nonprofit 501c3 ceramics studio and job training social enterprise. Beyond the glitz and lights of Atlantic City lies a population lost and forgotten. MudGirls Studios' mission is to lift women out of poverty and help them thrive. We serve underprivileged women, all of whom are eager to get their lives back on track. The current state is 38% poverty rate in Atlantic City. Traffickers take advantage of the area's many hotels. The desired state is more women lifted out of poverty through job training and transitional employment. MudGirls Studios embraces a can-do spirit. As a social enterprise, we employ at-risk women as artisans. Our customers are builders, architects, and designers, economic developers, individuals desiring unique products made in the USA. Our customers need quality craftsmanship, custom handmade tiles, beautiful handmade ceramic home goods, and ethical gifting. Not only are our tiles beautiful, our tiles change lives. We make ceramic architectural tiles for the corporate market or residential homes. MudGirls has an online store where we offer our retail products. The ceramic tiles market will expand, driven by rapid expansion of the housing sector. When we sell more tiles, we employ more women, providing economic stability and improving the overall quality of life. Our happy clients are excited to partner with us for custom tile installations. Our average revenue for 2019 and 2020 is $120,000 per year. Our team is small but mighty. As we celebrate 5 years of operation, we are now ready to grow. We need to build infrastructure by hiring a production and systems manager, increase production, and take some time to strategically plan. In doing so, we will be poised to impact the lives of women. If you'd like to learn more about MudGirls Studios, I'd be happy to talk with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, Dorrie.
Hello.
Great presentation and beautiful work. Hey, I can see all you've been doing for the last 5 years. What's the world look like 5 years from now if you hit your pace and get done what you want to get done?
I just think that, our impact is to help more women to transition them onto more stable lives. Change is hard and it comes a bit slowly, especially if you're in addiction or homeless. But the idea is just to improve their lives so that they can then, take this as a first step and move on to higher and bigger things for them. In terms of my corner of the world, here in Atlantic City, there's a lot of work to be done. There's nothing like this here. So there's a lot of work to do right here at home, but we are about doing this kind of perhaps in a couple other satellite loops.
That's wonderful. We wish you the best of luck and thank you, Dorrie. So next up is Archer First Response Systems.
Archer First Response Systems is helping to bridge the gap between municipal EMS agencies and drone delivery to help decrease response times to time-critical emergencies and improve patient outcomes. Too often, sudden cardiac arrest prematurely takes the lives of our neighbors, friends, and family members. Timely defibrillation is critical to surviving sudden cardiac arrest, and we believe that by equipping 911 agencies with drone delivery, we can help expedite their response times and save more lives. The more than 360,000 annual victims of sudden cardiac arrest will greatly benefit from quicker and expanded access to life-saving care. Today, the average EMS response time is roughly 8 minutes, leading to sudden cardiac arrest mortality rate of about 90%. That's more than 326,000 sudden cardiac arrest deaths each year. We at Archer envision a world in which sudden cardiac arrest victims receive life-saving AEDs in 2.5 minutes on average, leading to a lesser mortality rate of 40%. We believe sudden cardiac arrest does not have to be a death sentence. Archer First Response Systems is a 911 integrated drone delivery system capable of transporting time-critical and life-saving medical devices such as AEDs, Narcan, and tourniquets directly to 911 callers in need. The systems are leased by municipal EMS agencies and may be sponsored by local hospital systems to help alleviate the financial burden off the EMS agency. EMS agencies are struggling to maintain effective and quick response times as they work through staffing shortages, budget cuts, and more 911 calls than ever before. Archer First Response Systems helped alleviate the issues by providing 35 square miles of first response coverage with average response times of 2.5 minutes, all without any change to dispatcher workflow and no additional overhead or manpower required. The systems are fully managed and come with either a 12, 24, or 36-month lease and service agreement. Assuming a 50% land area coverage per EMS agency, the United States represents a $7.3 billion total addressable market annually. Communities that have Archer FRS coverage see a dramatic reduction in EMS response times, which helps decrease sudden cardiac arrest mortality rates. We have begun installing systems in Florida, starting in Manatee County, and are integrated into roughly 1,000 911 centers across the United States through our strategic partner, Rapid Deploy. We are actively hiring for various roles and are always looking to meet 911 directors and hospital leaders interested in improving sudden cardiac arrest response times. Please reach out to us if you have any interest in helping us in either of those facets. Thank you.
Hi, Gordon. Very exciting. Looks like a breakthrough. Hey, as you've come through Rally, I know you've been doing a lot of work around identifying what this looks like moving forward. Any recent successes we can celebrate with you?
Our initial installation of Manatee County is really a big milestone for us. There's a lot of nuance involved with leasing these systems and this infrastructure to municipal government. So for us to have done that, it actually had to be voted on by their Board of Commissioners, which we won that vote 6-1. It was passed, which was great. And so the full system is installed, integrated, and we're working through right now, helping the FAA define how these aircraft are used in the public setting. So establishing that relationship with Manatee County is a big win for us, but we still have a lot of work to do.
Sounds like a bit of a domino effect, though. If one goes and works as a pilot, then others, I'm assuming, would follow easily. Is that your assumption?
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about the Federal Aviation Administration being a federal branch of the government, in that there isn't state by state or county by county regulations. It is a nationwide rule book, basically, that we are helping to define. So yeah, you're absolutely right. There's very much a domino effect. That is, dominoes are in place. We're tipping the first one.
Building it from scratch. You're a great social entrepreneur. Thank you, Gordon, and best of luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Next up is Propel.
Good evening. I'm Vijay, the COO and co-founder of Propel. There is an education crisis in Latin America that could cost up to $1.7 trillion. And who is this affecting? Luna. Luna is a 9-year-old girl from the outskirts of Lima, Peru, who dreams to be a scientist, but today she has less than 1% chance of becoming one. And who's helping Luna? It's not the public schools, it's not the edtech startups, but it's the local nonprofits. And the current state looks like this. The philanthropic funding in the region is almost non-existent. There is insufficient network for these nonprofits to expand their reach, and they almost don't manage or track their impact. And with Propel, we imagine a vibrant education ecosystem where there is increased access to global funding, a thriving community where the public, private, and the social sector can partner. And finally, there is impact intelligence. You are able to track the dollar that goes into all the way to the impact. So what is the problem? These nonprofits are, number one, inefficient. They have unstructured processes and a lot of manual and not digital processes. 2, there is no single organization providing capacity building for these nonprofits. And 3, there is no community. So who's our ideal customer? We target growth stage education nonprofits, which have a scalable model. Like Jessica from Kantaya, she runs a socio-emotional learning center for underserved children, and she plans to grow, but she lacks the resources. At Propel, we believe the approach is digitalization. With digitalization and making them more digitally mature, they can have 5x more impact with greater reach, more access to funding. And there is evidence from Salesforce research to prove that. So in the last year, we put together a 90-day virtual fellowship program to build the digital muscle and the mindset. And we offer 3 things: CRM, digital marketing, and impact data analytics training, along with the human factor, the personal leadership component. And McKinsey has been one of our primary partners for the last 7 months. So Propel is a 501c3 organization. So beyond our philanthropic capital, we depend on earned income streams, fellowship fees, membership fees, and partnership fees. Today, our LATAM target market is about $15 million just on education nonprofits in the region. However, we have plans to grow geographically and vertically to other verticals and also in other nonprofit services. So we have excellent product market fit. Just last week, we launched our pilot and we've selected some amazing nonprofits and tested our selection criteria and our value proposition. So Claudia and I met at Stanford GSB last year in 2019. And we have the right change management and social innovation experience and the network to make this happen. So our ask is we are seeking funding partners, corporations, individuals, and foundations who can help us get to the goal of 1 million to help 30 nonprofits next year. And with just $1 investment per child, we believe the world would be a much nicer place with Propel. So join us as Propel and make this happen. Thank you.
Very unique approach, Vijay. So you're taking this strategy to create a backbone for education organizations, and now you've piloted. What's next for you?
Next is finding the 30 amazing nonprofits for next year. We already started that process a month and a half ago. We are accepting applications for the next cohort. I just posted a link to my website. So we are partnering with organizations in the region to find more. We've got referrals from the 12 nonprofits who already started our first cohort to give other organizations who will fit this, who will be a perfect fit for the fellowship. And that's on one side. Second side is growing our team to be able to execute this at scale. and also getting the necessary funding.
So no lack of interest in what you're doing, right?
Absolutely.
That's perfect, Vijay. Thank you very much and best of luck to you.
Thanks, Mark.
Next up today is Impact Data Solutions.
Good afternoon. My name is Monique, and I am the CEO and founder of Empact. I bet that everyone in this room has given to a nonprofit at one point or another, but I bet that only 1 in 10 of you actually understand the outcomes of those dollars on the communities and social issues you were trying to impact. Our purpose is to change that and to allow for communities to attract resources that are aligned and really moving the needle. Today, there are billions of dollars in resources that are flowing into our communities, but there's a lack of data and understanding of that data around what's needed and how effectively those resources are actually moving the community. So our desired state is to have outcomes that are clear and measurable that allow for organizations to uplift their communities and alleviate their disparities. After 2020, there has been a demand for accountability, transparency, and for stakeholders to really come together around collaborative solutions that move our communities forward effectively and efficiently. So we're starting with foundations, specifically strategic foundations, such as corporate foundations, community foundations, and operating foundations that have grant-making initiatives that align their priorities with the needs and the outcomes of the communities that they're serving. Our goal is to eventually move to serve other client types that are either grantees or partners of those foundations. The why foundations? Because there was a recent survey that said that while foundations pour countless man hours and billions of dollars into nonprofits and social issues, they lack the insights and struggle with understanding their effectiveness. Our solution Impact helps them with that. Our goal is that they can have 100% understanding and are able to visualize, measure, and understand the effectiveness of their grant making, where progress is being made and where gaps still persist. And we're doing this through a SaaS model of tiered subscriptions, advanced reports, and API services. Today, there are about 120 foundations in the United States alone. And with our annual minimum subscription rate of $10,000, we have an estimated minimum TAM of $1.2 billion. And how are we achieving that? Through our UVP, real-time open source data and analytics that come with strategic insights so they no longer have to struggle. We've had a number of wins from support partners that have offered everything from client connections to legal and financial to client partners who are either on our platform or have committed to being on our platform. Our team consists of myself with over 15 years of experience, Nadim Ahmad, who has over 20 years of development and digital design experience, and an advisory team of over 40 years of combined sales, nonprofit, and research and data experience. Our goal is to get to 20 foundations by Q4 of 2022. And to do that, we need introductions and funding to allow to accommodate for that growth and the data analysis that comes with onboarding those foundations. To learn more and to connect with us, visit us at www.impactdata.com, or you can email me at info@impactdata.com. Thank you.
So hi, Monique. You, Gordon,
Hello.
and VJ are all on a similar trail where you've identified a market for something that is literally critical, but now you have to make that market. And that's kind of where
Right.
you are now. And so while it
Little
seems
bit.
complicated that foundations wouldn't have a lot of data, the reality is that you can't analyze what you don't have, and you're actually bringing the water to the seeds, aren't you?
I mean, a little bit of that. You know, it was funny with VJ going prior to me and him talking about the inefficiencies of nonprofits, and that inefficiencies goes into the data or their inability to track data, and really being able to really understand what matters as we move these social issues and bring all those different data points and what people think matters data to the forefront so that we can effectively analyze what we're doing.
So is there any big thing on the horizon for you?
I mean, you know, we're bringing Central Florida Foundation onto the platform, so that's pretty huge.
Absolutely. Well, great presentation, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you, Monique.
Thank you.
Next up is Papayatutor.
We're Papaya, an online tutoring education technology startup that connects students all over the world so they can help each other in their STEM classes, STEM being science, technology, engineering, and math. Our purpose is to improve the quality of life for STEM students in developing countries. Our first focus is Latin America, and there are 3.4 million STEM students. We want to improve the quality of life of the tutors because the students, we recruit the best students going to college for STEM degrees to be our tutors. We know that these kids have overcome the challenges that come with living in a developing country and now they're in college, but guess what? That doesn't stop. Their economic hardship keeps going. They're making $150 a month, $5 a day, and that's impossible to live off. And we want to increase their earning potential so they can have peace of mind while going to school. We know that we can get this done through our tutoring platform because the tutors in Latin America can leverage our platform to generate income through online tutoring. Our customer is any parent with children attending elementary through high school. We want to serve the 13.7 Hispanic families in the United States. That's our first focus. Their problems are usually the language barrier, the complex science and math subjects, and the price point. They want to help their kids and we're there to help. Because our tutors are from Latin America, we can provide them with the solutions to complex subjects in their native language. And we're also available to save them money. We have a subscription-based model with 1, 6, and 10 hours a month. But on top of that, we have affordable pricing for parents who are in economic hardship. So they pay less than the others. Our total addressable market is 4.27 billion. And we have done this math with the Hispanic families. Our product market fit. We launched in March for only friends and family, and we have been on beta mode. But we got a lot of requests from parents to open for their kids. And now we're focused on parents. Our Papaya team will allow for this to happen as we have education experts, technology officers, and people working from Google in our platform. Our ask, we're looking for investors, connections to schools and colleges, and we're open for all students from ages 6 and plus. So you can tell all your friends. Thank you very much. And for more questions, contact us at hello@papayatutor.com. Thank you.
Great job, Sandra. It's good to see you. So I'm interested in the fact that you've identified a clear source problem to solve an education dilemma. And can you tell us how did you figure this out? What was the aha moment that got you to go here instead of doing it in more traditional ways?
Well, I am living proof of the of being a student in US and not being able to afford tutoring at $50 an hour. So I researched going to the best engineering school back in Peru. And I got some tutors and they treated me like a queen because, you know, the little money that I was able to pay them was a lot for them. And that wasn't the case when I got tutors from US. They made me feel dumb. So I wanted to help them. When I got my job at a Fortune 500 company, I felt like, you know, they kind of deserved it more than me. I felt like I had to do something. So that's how it started.
This is, for me, the joy of social entrepreneurship. When you've lived through a problem yourself, you're most likely to be able to figure out how to solve it. Many times we think about things that we don't have experience in. It's hard to solve those problems. So congratulations on a great presentation, Sandra, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Next up is Blue Diamond USA.
My name is Joshua Footman, and I'm here to introduce Blue Diamond USA, which is here to introduce Block and Lock, a new innovative technology that provides a new solution to affordable housing. Blue Diamond's main purpose is The drive behind Blue Diamond is defined by our goal to create a safe, secure, affordable housing. It is our belief that these are key building blocks toward a flourishing life. BDUSA is committed to leveraging the cost savings of Block and Lock to generate support for low-income housing projects. Blue Diamond USA's beneficiary is the socially low-income dependent families in Orange County. Our current state in Orange County is Metro Orlando faces 91,000 unit shortage for affordable housing. Blue Diamond's desired state is to lower the 91,000 unit shortage by 10%. We are currently located at a proposed site on 1328 West Church Street with a fully capable factory. Blue Diamond's ideal customer is the general contractor and architect firms requiring cinder block. Blue Diamond's customer faces these problems. 1, expensive labor due to lack of skilled masons. 2, the cost of mortar decreases productivity. 3, cost of cutting and waste of cinder block. 4, the cost of needing additional equipment and sand. Blue Diamond's solution to these problems is 1, you will see a 3 to 5 times faster increase in production. 2, does not require skilled labor. 3, mortar is not required. 4, the elimination of equipment and sand. And 5, you will see a 30 to 40% savings in raw material and labor costs. Blue Diamond's price model is, which is a one-time cost made to order block, typically palletized and sold in large volume. Blue Diamond's market size is a US estimated at $522 billion. Our social impact is to give back by giving a percentage of our vendor sales and also given by Blue Diamond USA at 4 cents a block, which will be able to donate 100,000 block a year to affordable housing. BDUSA's market fit has been done all around the world. In Exhibit A in the country of Ghana, where we built homes with the people. And then also here locally, we have partnered with OBT Next, to where we will build affordable housing here off of Orange Blossom Trail. Our team is made of 2 people, Saul Diamond, the CEO, and Joshua Footman, president. Blue Diamond's ask is that we are seeking people and partnerships and funding. We're looking to raise $500,000. We're also looking for introductions to affordable housing foundations and also introduction to builders and developers. You can reach me at footmanjoe4@gmail.com.
Thank you, Joshua. What an elegant solution to what seems like a very difficult and expensive problem. Share with us what your aha moment was. How did you get to this? I know you've tested it in other places around the world, but what got you to the place where you figured out now how to do this and how to do it at scale?
Yes, sir. Great question. It was actually when I hosted 300 homeless families from the homeless shelters I stayed at as a little boy. And I was able to sit down with these families, and I realized the impact that I can directly have with the people who I share very intimate experiences with. And from that moment, I then realized that this technology can help change the people who share the experiences I share.
Absolutely, and the ability to scale quickly and build things more quickly is something we're all wrestling with right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for a great presentation, and we wish you the best of luck, Joshua. And next up is Ecoplastile.
Hi, my name is Frank, and I'm with Ecoplastile from Kampala, Uganda. We're a climate tech company reimagining access to affordable housing by recycling plastics while creating opportunities for youth and women. We create green jobs for youth and women, enabling them to earn $6 per day. There's over 600 metric tons of plastic We are ending into the environment with less than 4% of these recycled. On the other hand, 78% unemployment crisis is currently happening in Uganda. By the year 2025, we'll recycle 1 million metric tons of plastic while creating 2,000 green jobs, especially for youth and women across the plastic value chain. This is how we transition. We use 2 metric tons of plastic to build a 3-bedroom house by creating jobs for youth and women and reducing the cost of construction. James is a real estate developer, and Habitantly is a construction company currently using our product with amazing benefits. This helps us to solve 3 major problems of plastic waste pollution, access to affordable housing, and creating green jobs, especially for marginalized youth and women. Our solution is simple. We collect plastic working with the community and paying them cash, and we use chemical-free processes to manufacture roofing tiles, which we sell to the construction sector through major hardware stores. We sell $12 per square meter, earning $2,500 on average per project that we accomplish. The total African market is expected to grow to $14 trillion by 2025, growing at 4.6% per annum. And the beachhead market, which is Uganda, has $132 million, and our goal is to get 3% of this market by 2025. Our 3-year strategic impact plan is to withdraw 5 million metric tons of plastic from the environment and save 12.25 million kilograms of CO2 emissions, while creating 2,000 green jobs for youth and women and reduce the cost of construction by 30%. Speaking to 50 customers, we had 3 key assumptions. The change is desired and the cost is acceptable, while safety and durability is an issue to our consumers. And we got the following learnings: that green alternatives are needed to reduce the carbon footprint, and our product reduces the cost of breeding by over 30%, and the cost is acceptable. With an amazing team, our dream come true. Our team is comprised of business leaders, sales, and technical, plus 30 plus waste collection groups that enable us to collect more plastic waste for our recycling. This is how you may help us. We are looking for a seed fund of $500,000 and introductions to angel investors and non-dilutive funding opportunities to enable us commercialize this model. And we hope that you join our impact story. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Very impressive. I think that you've identified multiple bottom lines here that you could impact so many things along the way and then still seek to make it sustainable and profitable. That's a wonderful approach. Help us understand how you got to this process and what motivated you to get to where you are today.
Hello.
There you are.
Great. Thank you very much. Could you repeat for me your question? Sorry, I didn't get the question. My network.
That's all right. Just your motivation for doing this. You've come up with multiple bottom lines. You've got a wonderfully sustainable strategy and structure here. What was the motivation that got you here?
Great. So personally, the problem I'm solving is it comes from a personal experience. I grew up in a slum community in Kampola, and I witnessed firsthand effects of poor plastic waste pollution with a lot of floods invading our house and living in literally poor housing condition. And I really wanted to create a solution for my community, but also other communities in Uganda and across Africa, plus the whole world at large.
And so what's next for you? Is there anything on the horizon that you're doing that is exciting?
Sorry?
Is there anything on the horizon, whatever's next for you after you come through Raleigh, what's next for you?
Oh yeah, great. So after the rally, It's so exciting. We have an exciting year 2022 because we started our commercial production and we have more sales coming in now. We have an exciting 2022. We hope to make a lot of sales and make a huge impact.
Wonderful.
Great.
Very impressive, Frank. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you very much, everyone.
And next up is STEP Research.
Self-Aware Student is a self-paced assessment suite to help students flourish. We believe self-awareness skills create happy and successful people, and the best time to start developing them is young adulthood. More than 50% of US students are disadvantaged, and over 25 million students come from low-income families in poverty. They're less likely to have support at home, are less frequently exposed to enriching activities outside of school, and are more likely to drop out and never attend college. The problem is that disadvantaged students need this even more than others, and schools don't have the money or programs to help. Disadvantaged students suffer to get ahead and flourish, and only 78% graduate high school, and the college graduation gap is widening. Most students entering the workforce don't have enough self-awareness and soft skills, and schools don't have the money or good tools to work on self-discovery, awareness, and development. We want to increase graduation rates by 5%, and we want to increase flourishing as defined by the Harvard Flourishing Metric across 5 domains: happiness and life satisfaction, mental and physical health, meaning and purpose, character and virtue, and close social relationships. Self-Aware Student is an online platform for career advisors to help all of their students flourish through a suite of self-paced assessment tools that provide immediate insights and personalized next steps in academics, careers, and relationships. Our primary paying customers are high school, university, and postgraduate career counselors. And the problem they have is that they lack the time and money. And furthermore, competing products available to them are not self-directed and stop at assessments and don't go past that. Our solution is self-paced to save the counselor's time, an online assessment suite to give everyone access, and provides targeted development to help students where it matters. Our payment model is pay what you can with an annual subscription, and it's only for the entire institution so that all students and staff get access. The total US market is $780 million, and that's with each of over 140,000 institutions paying the recommended price based upon the size and type of school. Finally, building social, emotional, and soft skills creates success and flourishing for students in school, work, and life. We have already had success internationally and from schools like Michigan State to Stanford, and even here in Florida. Our primary team is ready to go. We have the experts we need, and we're all set. And the question is, will you sponsor? Will you pay and sponsor a school's annual subscription? Your alma mater, community schools where you live, school communities that need help. We want to create a flourishing society where people are happy, healthy, capable, and engaged. In other words, with high levels of well-being and happiness.
Good job, Sterling.
Thank you.
So I'm impressed by all of the work that you've accomplished, and I'm interested to know if there's a recent success that we could celebrate with you. Has something happened recently that gave you a move forward?
Yeah, actually, we're really excited to talking to each individual school and the individual career counselors is slow work. And so we're super excited when we can work with, partner with organizations that help us reach large numbers of career counselors. And we're in the middle of finalizing a deal within the legal space that would allow us to reach over 100,000 students. So we're really, really excited because that's a massive sudden increase in the amount of school reach we had, allowing us to reach almost every law school at once. So we're very excited about that.
So it's interesting, you may be able to scale much more quickly with this strategy than you would have before.
That's right. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. Well, thank you, Sterling. Great job, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
Next up is IheartGarages.
With IheartGarages, homeowners are turning unused space into income. Our market-strained income growth puts some in a precarious housing situation. For many, homeownership was meant to create a legacy of wealth for the future. IheartGarages wants to reactivate their legacy building hopes by making one small but powerful investment. Our main beneficiaries are low and mid-income homeowners in our region and often include our service workers, hospitality staff, and BIPOC residents. So when you spend more than 30% of your income on housing costs, your cost burden in Orange County, 37% of my beneficiaries are cost burden. We'll reduce this by 50%. For when we convert a garage, we convert a cost burden homeowner into a thriving resident. And before long, we'll have more thriving communities. Through its Opportunity Suites program, IheartGarages helps homeowners to build ADUs, increase monthly income, and lower housing cost ratios. For us, it's simple. Our beneficiaries are our customers, and our customers see this opportunity and would love to convert their garages, but they're limited by time, funds, and know-how. In our Opportunity Suites program, we make it easy for them. We connect them to financing, conduct site visits and feasibility studies, apply for permitting, and initiate and oversee construction. Clearly, the Opportunity Suites full service gives the best value, but we do offer limited options as well. Customers with completed ADUs can join our ADU Advantage program that ensures rental income remains steady. Based on the number of targeted customers in our market, we believe the total addressable market is $526 million. Now, the potential impact of an ADU is great. As income is positively affected, the housing cost ratio lowers. But suppose an owner uses rental incomes to accelerate their mortgage payoff, this is game changing. So we lack the data for now for me to track local demand, but other markets are seeing meaningful results, and several organizations are successfully assisting people with ADU building. For now, the team consists of me. I have a 20-year plus career in home building and real estate. Also, I'm the product of a household similar to that of my targeted beneficiaries. Since my goal is to launch an aggressive pilot series in 2022, I'm seeking funds and non-monetary support alike, introductions to those connections essential to my progress. At IheartGarages, we are convinced that small investments can be transformational in the legacy building efforts of our residents. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, thank you. Great presentation.
Thank you.
So I'm interested to know, I heard you say that you thought that you could cut in half the number of people who are cost burdened at that 30% and over rate from your constituency, from the folks that you're targeting. I'm interested to know how long you think that'll take and what the world will look like 5 years from now if you get done what you want to get done here.
Actually, I can only predict 5 years out. So I would hope to reach that in 5 years. But, you know, I think I adhere to that philosophy of shoot for the stars, you will reach something. So maybe even if not the 50% in 5 years, definitely an impact, and definitely convincing some people that it is a worthwhile investment, as well as just educating people that this is a possibility and it's a great solution for increasing the wealth trajectory of a low to mid income family, as well as making an impact on affordable housing in our region.
It does strike me that, like a few of our other social entrepreneurs, you're making a market by which once you do it and people see it, there's likely to be an acceleration of activity, right?
Yes, I'm expecting that and I welcome it.
Terrific. Well, thank you for a great presentation and we wish you the best of luck, Kia.
Thank you so much.
Next up is Care-A-Medix.
Care-A-Medix, delivering better medical care at home. We believe that everyone deserves to live a healthy and long life. Patients achieving maximum well-being is the primary objective for every medical practice. Dr. Eduardo Diaz says the key to healthy longevity is to keep patients up and moving. There are 53 million adults ages 65 plus in the US. Retired or not, these individuals have much to contribute to society if they remain healthy. Unfortunately, adults 65 plus experience twice the number of ER visits and almost 2/3 of hospital stays. We can improve seniors' health by supporting good personal health behaviors, identifying and addressing social and economic challenges, but the doctor needs a better understanding than what is learned during a brief office visit. Care-A-Medix is proving to be the answer. I'm Ken Peach, founder of this solution that sends licensed paramedics into the home to support senior health. And we've already done it for over 600 patients. 22 million adults over age 65 are covered by Medicare Advantage plans, another 10 million by ACOs, and in both, physician groups are paid to use preventive health care to keep seniors well, not just to treat the sick. These physician groups are paid a fixed monthly sum by the health plans to provide all patient care. To stay in business, they must control avoidable and unnecessary care expenses while ensuring the highest quality of care. By referring a patient to Care-A-Medix, the doctor gains insights not available during an office visit. Depression and falls risk, pantry contents, smoke detectors, home air filters, and security. The paramedic helps the doctor identify and address barriers to patient well-being. Recognizing that paying for prevention avoids costly acute care, medical groups sign contracts with Care-A-Medix to purchase hundreds of patient visits for a year. Current Medicare Advantage plan enrollment is just 3 cities equals a total addressable market of over $58 million. Research shows 71% of emergency department visits are unnecessary. A national initiative has set a goal for reducing unnecessary hospital admissions by 20%. Care-A-Medix has already proven it can lower ER visits and hospitalization rates. Orlando Health, quote, "You saved the CHF clinic $150,000 in year 1. The Villages, quote, "You reduced per patient spending by 50% in 6 months with high patient satisfaction." There's an experienced operational and product development team in place. Paramedic Marcus Prevost oversees the operating processes, medic intake, and training. I've spent my career creating new health business models, hospital joint ventures, and doctor networks. Help build Carometics. We seek an experienced startup CEO to guide our growth. Introductions to potential client medical groups and health plans. We offer an opportunity to invest in market expansion in 2022. Thank you for learning how Carometics is improving senior health while supporting the national movement toward better healthcare at home. Call or email me to become part of it.
Thank you, Ken. Great presentation.
Mark?
So as I was watching your presentation, I was thinking about all of the different places in the healthcare system you've tapped to create an efficiency, to literally create a new kind of system here. And I'm assuming this comes from your many years of studying data and looking at this process. When was your aha moment? When did you see this was the best way to solve this particular problem?
Well, I would go way back to when I was a volunteer first responder in New Jersey. So that was my first experience out in homes myself, seeing what was going on, what the issues were. And then as we began to watch what was happening out west in rural areas where community paramedicine began to be used as a primary delivery model, we said, why can't we do that in a suburban and urban area? And that's what brought us to where we are today.
That's wonderful. Ken, we wish you the best of luck. Take care.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Well, that brings us to the end of our presentations. And so I want to take a minute to thank all of the attendees, everyone who came. I want to congratulate all the fellows who did a remarkable job here today and have done a remarkable job during their time at Rally. And I specifically want to recognize the sponsors, Orange County, the City of Orlando, and all of the rally makers who bring both a head and a wallet to this affair and help to make this successful. If there's anyone out there who would like to have a link for fellow follow-up, you can do that. And I saw just a minute ago that they put it in the chat to the right there for you. So it's summer-21. I want to make sure I get it right for you, but you can click on it to the right there if you want to get to it. And the application season is open for the winter 2022 cohort. It closes on November 22nd, so now would be the time to learn more and apply. You can go to rallysea.com. I would also invite everybody to follow Rally on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn for all the latest updates on the cohorts, company successes, and events. And you can get there at Rally SEA. So on behalf of all of us at Rally and in the community of social entrepreneurs, thank you for being here today, and best of luck to all of the fellows in this class.